opening a spark of arrogance. The Cathar Dominion prided itself on being the most brutal empire of the Orion Arm. Their fleets had burned worlds into glass, enslaved species by the billions, and made mockery of treaties that weaker races clung to. On the outer rim, nestled on the resource-rich moon of Caridon, lived a small human colony, peaceful, underdefended, and according to the Dominion, ripe for conquest. When the Cathar arrived, their commanders didn't bother opening negotiations. They descended with fire. Cities were torn apart in minutes, orbital stations shattered into flaming debris. Thousands of civilians screamed across emergency channels before static cut them off. The alien general watched with amusement. "So fragile, these humans," he sneered. "Their earth hides behind words. They cannot bleed fast enough to matter." He allowed his soldiers to broadcast the massacre across open comms, forcing nearby systems to hear humanity's cries. For the Cathar, it was entertainment. For humanity, it was something else entirely. Tension built, laughter in the dark. Across the Dominion's Korea worlds, the footage played in grand halls. Alien nobles raised glasses of spiced blood wine, laughing at the terror on human faces. Commentators called Earth a paper predator, loud in diplomacy, weak in war. "Threatening humans is easy," one Cathar admiral boasted. "A show of force makes them kneel. Their mercy is cowardice, their peace a shield for weakness." The galaxy nodded along. Humanity had built trade networks, shared medicine, advanced ethics councils, but no great empire feared them. For centuries, humans had been underestimated, considered ideal mediators but poor warriors. And so the Dominion celebrated, blind to the storm they had just invited. Turning point, the silence before the guns. The response did not come at once. No frantic counterattack, no desperate plea. Instead, silence. Earth's diplomats withdrew from councils. Its colonies fell dark to foreign communications. Even merchant convoys vanished from shared lanes. Then came the first whisper, a single human transmission, repeated across every channel. Caridon was not forgotten. Retribution is en route. Evacuate if you wish to live. The words were cold, clinical, no threats, no bluster, just a statement of fact. And then space itself shifted. Fleets that had never been seen together moved as one. Dreadnoughts long rumored as experimental emerged from hidden shipyards. Carriers larger than cities slid into formation. The humans had not been idle. While the galaxy laughed, Earth had built monsters of steel. The mobilization, shadows across suns. The first to see them were Dominion scouts on the fringe of Cathar space. Sensors screamed. Entire constellations dimmed, eclipsed by human warships. Swarms of destroyers blackened the void, moving in perfect, terrible silence. The Dominion panicked. They had expected scattered retaliation, guerrilla raids, diplomacy turned bitter. Not this. Not fleets large enough to smother star systems. The galaxy watched as Earth's armada crossed the borders of Cathar space without hesitation. A single warning message was transmitted. Caridon's blood will be repaid. Then the comms went dark again. Climax I, the fall of the First World. The Dominion's fortress world of Kalar was considered impregnable. Its defense grid could shred fleets before they reached orbit. The humans didn't storm it, they erased it. Hundreds of kinetic rods, each the size of skyscrapers, fell like judgment. Mountains cracked, oceans boiled. The planet screamed as cities vanished under tidal waves of molten rock. On the Dominion command net, silence reigned. Generals who once mocked humanity now stammered, unable to comprehend. They did not invade, they ended it. Collar burned, a reminder carved into planetary crust. Earth does not negotiate after slaughter. Climax II, the storm across the stars. The retaliation did not stop. Every Dominion fleet that stood in defense was annihilated within hours. Human ships advanced with terrifying precision. Their weapons sang in silence, railgun slugs ripping dreadnoughts apart, plasma lances piercing shields like paper. Where Dominion soldiers expected desperate resistance, they found cold efficiency. Humans boarded ships only to gut them, soldiers in black armor moving like wraiths through corridors, leaving nothing but silence in their wake. Entire sectors fell not in weeks or months, but in days. One by one, suns themselves disappeared behind the shadow of Earth's armada. The galaxy trembled. For the first time, it wasn't laughter surrounding humanity's name. It was dread. Climax III, the tomb of the Dominion. At the heart of the Dominion's empire lay Velthar Prime, a jewel world, capital of conquest, seat of arrogance. The humans did not announce their arrival. They appeared, surrounding the system in a tightening noose. Velthar's skies darkened with fire as Earth's fleet rained death. Orbital stations cracked, defensive fleets vaporized. On the surface, cities were erased in flashes that turned night into permanent day. But humanity did not simply destroy Velthar Prime, they sealed it. With orbital bombardment, they collapsed the capital into molten oceans and ash storms. Billions died in silence. The once mighty Dominion's throne world was reduced to a tombstone in the void. Resolution, the whisper that remained. When the fleets pulled back, there was nothing left of the Cathar but scattered survivors hiding in forgotten systems. The galaxy dared not speak against Earth. Trade networks reopened but hushed. Diplomats welcomed humanity with trembling hands. Survivors whispered in shadowed halls, "Never provoke Earth again." Because now the truth was known. Humanity's patience was vast, yes. They would negotiate, they would seek peace, they would walk away from insult and slight. But their vengeance, cold, methodical, infinite, would turn empires to dust. The galaxy understood at last. Threatening humans is not war, it is suicide.